Okay, I'm excited. I just got these other 2 decks of cards that I had ordered. The True Heart Intuitive Tarot comes in a box like this, and it's got a pretty large book with it. This is written by Rachel True, the guidebook. And don't you chew on that box. You little monkey. I don't know where, I did have a chew thing for her, but she's not. I'll have to go get her a thing in a minute. She's wanting to tease. So anyway, in this book, you have 1 page for each of the cards. They're not color in here, but you do have a pictorial representative. And all of that is just about the cards. And then in front of that, she's got her thoughts on spreads. It's got quite a few different spreads in here to do. I'll have to look at those and see what they are. And she's got about shuffling, pulling cards, reading for other people, setting up an altar if you want, how to connect with your cards, care in dealing with your cards. So this is a good one too for people that are just getting introduced to tarot. It looks like it might be a good book for that if you're new to tarot. Okay, so let me pull this screen closer and pull things closer here, and we'll walk through, do a flip through the True Heart Tarot. Now, I wanted to get this deck. I just saw somebody doing a reading with it, and I just was seeing the colors and things, and that it looked like it was, nice, colorful deck. I like color a lot. That's why I wasn't real thrilled at first with the fountain, and I did cut them down, okay? I cut them down, cut off the sides and the bottom edging. These are so muted, but when I did the readings with them, I really did like the readings that got to a lot of depth. So anyway, I'm hoping that I can get really good readings from these, and then I have another deck to share with you in just a few minutes. So let's do the flip through of this, and here's the back of the cards. Okay, cups and swords. Now what I noticed with these when somebody was doing a reading, I liked, again, that it had a lot of color to it. So we'll just flip through it. Now, I like the Fool. As you can see through her dress. She's sort of, you see the clouds behind her. So that's interesting. She's kind of invisible. And I don't know if you can see, stepping off, these are floating. I need to get some glasses. I can try to see what is under her feet here. Let me grab a pair of glasses. I'm trying to see what the heck is growing under her feet there. Okay, well, I can't really tell what it is. It just looks like little sticks or something is growing up under her feet. These are floating, then it looks like that must be a lake because it looks like we have a mountain here that's being reflected, so that's got to be water. Okay, and reflections, things going. So there we have the Fool. I just like the colors of these. The Magician. Now this is interesting. Instead of a male magician, we have a female magician. And I like it. It's got all the planets and things around here too. Very interesting. Standing in the flowers. So again, a new take on that. High Priestess. This is interesting, the moon. It's kind of a cutaway, but you can see the sky reflected in it. Okay. In the obelisk, you can see there's a few different renderings in the obelisk. The Empress. Now, this Empress is not pregnant. So many of the Empresses you see are pregnant. But I like that she's out of doors and they've got all the birds and the trees. Again, a lot of color in these cards. The Emperor. Interesting. Hierophant. The Lovers. Chariot. Fun, just very vibrant colors. Strength. The cardstock is, as you can hear, it's not real thin. And it's more of that matte, but then it does feel like it's got some sort of a coating on the back of it, but not the front of it. Hermit. Again, interesting. She's standing, it's another female, hermit, standing on, and we have these things growing here again. So it's going to be interesting to see what that's, what is that she's standing on that's growing there. Wheel of Fortune, different. Justice. That's interesting. She's standing on the blade. Hanged Man. Death. It's very interesting death card. Temperance. The Devil. Now I like this tower. This is really different. Very interesting. The Star. The Moon. Again, very interesting. The Sun. This should have been out in the 60s, kind of psychedelic. I think this is a deck, if you were on LSD or mescaline or something, this is a deck you'd want to use. Just saying. Judgment. The World. I like it. She's wearing like the 70s. Afro was so big in the 70s. And she's got some different things in the afro. What is it? A person and a eagle. And then the earrings are the other two symbols that you usually see on that world card. So that's interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to have to spend some more time. She's got interesting symbolism kind of incorporated into these. It's going to take a little while to see what all is in it. Ace of Cups. Going to the cups already. The 2. This This is interesting. The 3 at a party, and they just kind of have congregated there. The 4, really interesting, like the fabric of the universe is split, and he's being watched. So what is he doing there? Is he watering the flower? Is he going to cover the flower over? What is happening? Interesting. We've got the 5 of Cups. Wow, strong symbology there. A lot of the crying eyes and things behind it. Very unusual. 6 of Cups. Seven of Cups. Again, really different feel. I have to say, this deck would have done really well in the 60s and 70s. I don't know why it's got, well, I'll show you the next card. It's kind of got a Peter Max kind of feel to it in a way. 8 of Cups, I like this. Really different, really different. Now this is the one I say feels like Peter Max. It's got all the trippy colors and everything. Very 70s. Very 70s with that. Okay. Ten of Cups. Princess of Cups. Prince of Cups. Queen of Cups. Sorry, get this. And King of Cups. Next we go to discs. Ace. Very interesting too. Three. Four. 5. Oh, now this one is really trippy. I can't. You know, if you've never lived in the 70s, the 60s, and, you know, if you've never tried LSD or mescaline or any of those, I did try them like once, twice. I never got big into the drug thing. I had a friend that was stoned every day when she went to school. I don't know how she did it. It was never really my trip. But knowing, even just taking it once or twice, seeing a card like this, it would have taken you on a major trip. I can guarantee you that. The 5 of discs, this is really, and I have to sit with these and figure, you know, how is this relating to being out in the cold and loss? Yeah, trippy cards. 6 of discs. So yeah, these are. Here's another one. This is really trippy. 7 of discs. We've got the heads growing in the field here. 8 of discs. 9 of discs. 10. Again, very trippy card. Wow. The Princess. The Prince. Now it's interesting, all the court cards have the flower corners. Queen. And King. Next we go to Wands. Okay. Interesting. Phoenix or Firebird. Maybe it's Firebird. Here's another one. These remind me very Peter Max type things. Psychedelic art. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know how they're going to do in readings, but it's a fun deck to have, if nothing else, as a collectible, because it is just a trippy deck. And now here, this card is really 5 of Wands, the Medusa hair going here. The Medusa do. 6 of Wands. I like that one. The bird has gathered all sorts of things for her little nest, all her little treasures there. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. Very interesting. Starts here and it's like aging. You just, either that or just a burden. Very interesting. 10 of Wands. Princess. Prince. Queen. King. And now we start with the aces. I mean, the swords, the aces. It is the ace of swords. Two of swords. I like this 3 all tied up. 4 of swords. Again, very trippy card. 5 of swords. The person that did this deck really had a thing with eyes and seeing and, 6 of swords. Very interesting. The birds are pulling her out to safety. 7. 8. 8. Interesting. She's tied up. Her hair is wrapped around the swords. Interesting. 9. Oh, my Lord. She's got insects in her brain. 10. Princess. Prince, Queen, and last but not least, King. So I'm looking forward to reading the book that goes with this, because these are some trippy ass cards. Okay. Well, was she on major drugs when she did these? I'm wondering. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, so really a different deck. So I don't know if this is one I would really recommend to begin with. But it looks like it's going to be an interesting deck, if nothing else, for sure. So yeah, I think I might try to take some time to read the book that goes with this, because these are some unusual cards, that's for sure. I'm glad I got them. You know, like I said, I don't know how they'll do in readings. Then again, I didn't know how Fountain would do. And I'm really happy with the readings I've gotten from the Fountain ones so far. So I do like the colors and everything. Like I said, I love my my white deck because it's got the trippy colors in it, you know. So I do love, this is one of my favorite decks, the white Rider-Waite. One of these days I may get the Hoi Polloi, but it's Hoi Polloi, it's Hoi Polloi, but they're very expensive. So we'll see if I find one with a good price. But anyway, I'm glad I got this as a trippy deck. I wish I would have had it in the 70s. You know, I was all about the wearing psychedelic colors and, you know, tie-dyes and all of that type of stuff. That was my thing. I loved the fashion in the 60s and 70s and, you know, peace and love and... I was more into the Jesus movement and that type of thing rather than the drugs and was never into the communes and free sex and all of that drama. I just kind of, not for me. So anyway, we're going to go forward now and we're going to do a flip through on the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. I'm really excited to open this and see, and it's really not something I thought I would ever gravitate to. You know, these cartoony type illustrations. But I saw a few cards on this deck and was intrigued and wanted to get it. So we're going to go do that one next. Thanks for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. See you online. Love and light.